Hey guys, how are we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our major markets update for the TD Sequential for today. So let's go over to the charts. So yeah, we can see we've got some interesting price action in the S&P. We obviously got that move down we were looking for, supported by 4-hour 9, but then subsequently lost that. We did get down to our horizontal target level, which was here. And then we also did wick down pretty much to the 618, which was here, which we were looking for as well. So we've reacted strongly off that, but as it stands, all we have printed is a lower high, and we are looking like we're getting some resistance here back at the 786. You can see the 786 did sort of offer a bit of resistance initially, and then obviously when we broke through, we accelerated to the upside. So yeah, I mean, it's looking like we're either gonna it's looking like we're gonna go up or go down, but it does look like we're gonna have a big move coming soon. This is a nice bit of consolidation we've got going on here. So it will be a case of, are we gonna break up or are we gonna break down from this? Obviously the larger trend is up, and this move from here is clearly up as well, so you could look at it as a bull flag for an extension to new highs. I mean, it's entirely possible. All I'd really be looking at for an indication of moving up would to new highs would basically be regaining this trend line, but we could regain that trend line later on in June, and we will be at all-time highs whilst we regain it. But I think it's just a case of playing these horizontal levels at the moment. Obviously once we break out this formation, can we regain this level here, which is where price action was trading. I'll extend this along a bit now. Can we regain this level, get supported here, and then move up, or are we going to break? I mean, the major level for me to the downside will be breaking back below this important horizontal we've got here. And at that point, it would confirm this as a lower high. So then the final confirmation will be taken out this level as a lower low, and that will confirm a downtrend, and then it will be a case of where will price get picked up again. Obviously we know stocks are very bullish generally. They have been in a pretty much an uptrend, but yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Obviously we've got that 4-hour 9 that we're looking at as well. So yeah, if we look at it on the 12-hour, nothing TD wise to look at. We've kind of just got this range. It may be what may happen for the rest of the summer months is we could just end up basically trading in a channel, in a range around where we are basically now. This was sort of like a pop out the top of the channel, but we could end up basically having this is the lower end of the channel, this is the higher end, maybe even this is the lower end, and we'll just basically have some sideways consolidation for a couple of months. I mean, that's entirely possible. Let's just quick over to the daily. Just a minute, my internet is playing up. Let's just see if we can get it back going again. Yeah, we should be back sorted now, so this should load up in a sec. Come on. Yeah, so this is yeah, on the daily you can see on the daily nothing TD wise obviously other than that nice 9 that we got, which then did basically send price down pretty swiftly. So yeah, I mean it does. I mean, you can see on here on the daily, it looks like we're just gonna potentially form a tightening formation, a lower high. Maybe we'll then form either. Well, we've got two options. We're gonna either form a higher low relative to this low and have a tightening formation, or we're gonna take it out and trade lower, in which case we'll have a confirmed downtrend on the daily. So that obviously could signal. I mean, we haven't really had any sort of a retrace on this whole move up. It's been a pretty impressive move up. So, but I mean, you could easily, if we get this consolidation here and then a breakdown, we could easily be looking at a larger time frame consolidation with a move down to anywhere around this level, around this 382, and then we just get a larger time frame pennant obviously in the context of a larger time frame bull market that we've had in stocks since for a while, and then we could then obviously break out that formation. But I mean, do I think it's going to keep going up? Not really. Do I think we're going to either stay here or come down and form a tightening formation on a larger time frame? That's what I think will be the most likely scenario. So let's look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq did get back above 10k, currently sat a little bit below it at the moment, but yeah, this is obviously looking stronger than the other pairs. We've taken out that high, which is obviously important technical wise, and we do seem to just be guiding up by the 21. You can see the 21, the actual steepness of the 21 is starting to flatten out, so that could maybe indicate a bit of a loss in the actual upward momentum, which is reasonable to expect after this ferocious rally. So maybe we are looking at a perfectly reasonable retrace to the 200 day at some point, but at the moment, yeah, I mean, this is the important horizontal level. We sort of got below, we wicked below, and then we pretty much came back up. And yeah, so we are respecting this level. I think if we do take out, close, trade a couple of days below here, then we will then be looking at about another 1,000 points off the Nasdaq, down to around the 200 day at least. But that would be at least we could go further, but I think that would be the logical target. The Russell is obviously one of the weaker ones performing overall relative to its distance away from its previous high before the sell-off. Obviously it's not necessarily looking the weakest in its move up now, but obviously it's not moved up as much, so its current I mean, what I'm trying to say is how it's looking at these highs is not maybe as weak as we are kind of looking on the S&P. Obviously the Nasdaq being the strongest, but the Russell looking a bit better. So like we've got this trend line, so we're holding this trend line. So it's a lot more obvious in the Russell, I think. We hold this trend line, and especially this horizontal, which do intersect at roughly the same place at the moment. Obviously that will change as we move forward in time and the trend line moves up. But I think this will still be an important level. I think a loss of this trend line at some point will then result potentially in a loss of this horizontal, and then we're looking at well, we're just looking at, I mean, maybe this level here does look pretty efficacious if we are going to put in a level, put in what would be a higher low. That is potentially where I'll be looking at, but then I'll be watching that level carefully and price action to see if we are going to take that out, because then if we take that out, I believe, I particularly believed in double tops and double bottoms as an important necessary support. I think we'll take this level out and come further down, but that's not what's happening at the moment. At the moment we're holding this trend line and moving up, so that's not looking too bad. So let's have a look at oil. We'll just look at USO. So USO, again, we spoke about, it's lost the trend line. It looked like it's trying to come up and back test it, but it's struggling to get up there. But these markets all seem to be pretty correlated at the moment. Oil, gold, and stock markets. So if stock markets do proceed upwards, I would expect oil to keep doing so too, and obviously oil ETF derivative plays such as this USO are also. But you can see we're a long way away from that 200 day on here. One thing I've noted on oil is that its 200 day, let's get rid of this, its 200 day moving average is roughly around 45, and that is a potential high probability target if we're going to see more upside before we'd get any sort of serious resistance. I'll be looking at that level. You can see we've got had the daily 9 on oil. I mean, this is just testament to the fact these markets are so highly correlated that even the daily 9s are coming in basically the same place as the stock markets. If I show you here, look, you can see the 9 there and the 9 there basically is exactly the same as the 2 9s that I just showed you in oil, if oil decides it wants to load back up again, which I'll expand it a bit, which is this 9, which is this 9 here and that 9 there. Right, so look at gold. Gold is gold's got some decisions to make. It's smack bang in the middle of this trading channel that we've got. It tested a bit below, a lot of lower action, brought back up, got basically into these highs, so it kind of makes sense. It did get a bit of resistance there, but yeah, it just needs to decide whether we're going to break out this, break above here and onwards and upwards, or whether we're going to break below. I mean, you can see how clear as day this sort of this pattern is. So I would expect fireworks though when we break out one of these sides, because this is a lot of built up energy in here, a lot of built up energy to then be released at a break up or down. Nothing TD wise on the 12-hour to look at. Sorry, the daily. I don't think there's much TD wise on the 12-hour, other than we got that really nice 12-hour 9 just there, but we spoke about that before. And the 4-hour, not too much to look at here. We got a 9, but that didn't really do too much for the price, and we didn't trade below it, so you never would have entered a sell trade off that. We didn't close a 4-hour candle below it, I mean. But yeah, so gold, yeah, we're just waiting, we're just biding our time with gold, but we are expecting a big move up or down once we eventually break out that range, but who knows when that range will be. We've basically been in this range, guys, since the start of April. So that puts in a bit of context for you. So we can easily stay here for the rest of the summer months, maybe a few fake outs above and below. But yeah, we're just gonna wait on that one. Silver looking like it's potentially lost the sort of head and shoulders formation here, but we are respecting this horizontal. We may just be coming back up to test the neckline of that head and shoulders before we maybe have further downside. I mean, that would be my first read of this this price action off the 4-hour. I mean, it's a little bit more obvious to see the head and shoulders on this daily. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But this is the important level, clearly. This is the important level. About $17. We'll say just about $17 is the important level. If we lose that on a daily time frame, I think we are going to see where is even the where's the 200 day? Where's the 200 day? Oh right, sorry, it's literally right where we are. That's why I can't see it. It's here. The 200 days there. So that is so that is the 200 day moving average also. So if we lose that 200 day, then yeah, more downside. We potentially though got the golden cross come in, the 50 and the 200 day moving averages. If we stay where we are, they'll probably end up meeting around, well, before the end of this month. So yeah, and they will actually be meeting around price action as well, which is it's usually good to see that, because if we're well away from the cross, you often get a pullback into the cross. So if we cross at basically roughly where the price action is, that could give us a good boost to the upside. So, but at the moment, again, I believe we're just going to end up forming a similar box, sort of a similar channel that we've got in gold, in silver. So yeah, we're going to watch out for that. Not really too much TD9 wise. You just seem to be playing the levels a bit more. Right, gold silver ratio starting to move a little bit back down. It's good to see that we were rejected at 100. I mean, we could have drawn this horizontal on here. We did obviously poke above it, depending on how you drew it, but yeah, we poked above it. Back under now. So this on the 4-hour is looking like a potential local top now. So I would expect a bit of a move down. So maybe silver is going to start outperforming gold again. And then once we get through this level here, we'll extend these a little bit. Once we start to get through these levels, then yeah, I'd expect more acceleration to the downside and more money to start flowing into silver. So copper is deciding whether it wants to re-enter this this old channel that we had. It's currently looking like it is going to. We've kind of bounced off it, faked in it again, bounced off it. We're back in it now. So I would imagine we're probably going to get rejected around here, and then make a move down for the bottom of the channel. I mean, maybe we'd even fall out the bottom of this channel. This is sort of a textbook swing failure pattern. We swung out, we trapped in the longs, and now we're back in the channel, and we can squeeze those guys now to the bottom of the channel. That's what I'd kind of be looking at there. TD wise, let's just zoom out a little bit, see if we got, obviously we know 4-hour 9s that are amazing on copper, and we got a great one there, which we've already spoke about that one. But yeah, that signaled the high. Just classic. This is what I like to see. We had the 9 here again, but look, you can see we never traded below it, never closed below it, so we didn't enter a trade, but clearly we did on that one. 12-hour, have we got anything on the 12-hour? Not much on the 12-hour, other than obviously in the 12-hour 9 there as well. And surprise, surprise, we moved down. So yeah, daily. I mean, daily is obviously looking a bit more clearly. Like we broke out. I mean, to be honest, daily doesn't look like as bad, because it looks like we've broken out, we're testing, and then we're going to have a big move out until we start. If this candle closes inside here, especially this 200-day as well is important. If we close candles below the 200-day, I think what would maybe happen is we'll drop out the channel to the bottom. In all fairness, if we have this upwards channel. I mean, rising channels are inherently bearish formations, and we are in an overall downtrend. We are just got above the 200-day, but 200-day is it's flat at the moment, but was sort of moving downwards. So if we do break below this and close below this, I would expect we are going to move to the bottom of this channel, drop out of the channel, and then start testing these lows in copper. So doesn't necessarily play into an inflationary global environment that people are looking at, but we'll have to see. I mean, Copper, Dr. Copper they call it, Dr. Copper and Dr. Cosby, they're the main guys for measuring like world, for keeping the track on like world trade, world sort of industrial manufacturing and things, because these guys basically don't lie like stock markets can do, or bond markets can do, or individual shares and stocks can do. Dr. Cosby and the South Korean index, these guys know what's up. These guys know what's going on. I'm looking at getting in some wheat. I know this formation is not looking great, and if we look at the weekly, it's looking like let's just come on. If we look at the weekly long term, it's been going down. Sorry, this is it's hard to get this. Hard to get. If you look at this, if you look at this weekly since about 2012, yeah, around these highs, even further than that. So around 2007, it's been coming down and down and down and down. We look like we're putting a bottom here. We've got like a bit of a lower high, a low, higher low, higher low. Maybe we're going to put in a higher low, break out the top of this. I mean, maybe we are forming an ascending triangle on what is a monthly time frame, so this could be a massive move up. So I'm looking at long dated call options in this, and I'm actually looking around 5 and 6, basically 500 and 600 strikes. But maybe like I'm looking at options basically for the start of expire at the start of next year. But yeah, but even on the short time frame, well, not even on the short time frame. On the short time frame, we're basically in this channel. We're in this channel, so we could expect some upside. All I would say is that we've tested it a couple of times. We had a weak bounce, so the safer trade on here is to buy a breakout above this high now, so basically about $30 higher, and if we break above that and above this 200-day, then I would potentially expect to move to the top. I mean, this kind of shows you the importance of the 200-day, that we've been rejected by it a few times, and yeah, even though we're in a channel that you'd expect it to make our way to the top. But yeah, I think if we get back above this level, above the 200-day, we'll see the top of this channel, and then we'll have to see the interplay, the interaction with the top of that channel. Right, so let's look at a couple of stocks. Smartsheet, basically getting supported by the 200-day. We know by now the importance of the 200-day. Nothing really TD wise on the 4-hour. CLX in the channel, getting to the top, sort of the top end of its channel now. So potential move down in CLX. Nothing TD wise in any of these. Nice daily looking sort of reversal candle, but this as of yesterday, so we'll see where this opens and how it trades today. Costco, we'll look at one of us because I'm a bit conscious of the fact this video's gone on. So this trade was a loser, dropped us out. It was a good risk reward trade. You don't win them all, so I'll delete that now. But yeah, so we're out of this formation. But again, supported by, this is sort of a 200 under the 200-day fake out. I should have been maybe a bit aware that the 200-day could have sucked us in, faked us out. We're now back above it. This is almost a textbook buy trade here. This is a textbook fake out under the 200. I mean, we've obviously seen it a few times play out. Look, get below, swung back up, get below, swung back up, get back below, swing back up, and then we did spend some time under, and then swung back up, got below, swung back up, and now we're below, and we're now back above. So this does look like a good buy again. I mean, I don't want to draw on the same trade again, but basically this is your new stop, this is your new buy. It's not a lot of dollars of price action on the basis we're potentially going for a move up to here and then potentially out the top of this formation. Not that this formation isn't necessarily valid, but the high is. This high is valid. So breaking above that high is valid. So one more look at TDOC. Look at TDOC absolutely flying. In its channel, supported, heading to the top of the channel. I mean, basically 204, I would say, we are looking at in this share. And break that onwards and upwards. So TDOC looking good. Did we have anything on the TDs to advise us what to do? Not really, no, not really, to be honest. We didn't. So yeah, but TDOC performing well. This is one of my buys. So you guys know that. Right, so that's it. We'll look at one more. Chewy is another one of my buys. How's this doing? Yeah, so we've got a 409 coming here, so this could be a potential but nice buy trade here. We have faked out this channel a little bit, but if we get back in, 409 could push us back up. 12 hour 9. This is obviously what's causing us the bit of the problems in price action, the bit of the down move and daily 9. So maybe we played this out. But yeah, clear buy above there. I mean, I would look to even buy it breaking back into the channel. Back above this horizontal. I would look to buy it then to potentially take out the high. So right, so it's not a financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys soon.